Let's go. So, hello there. We're going to be going through my Christmas advert. Reach out to a friend this Christmas. JD Wetherspoon. So, taking a look, you can see this shot starts with me leaving Sainsbury's. And what we're trying to do, you can see the character of Scott holding this bag. And what we're trying to get across is the story of pretty much a working class man. You can see he's dressed quite shabbily. He hasn't got anything too expensive on. He's just walking with an off-brand bag through Sainsbury's, going home. Originally, we planned for these walking shots to be longer. We had a lot more recorded, and in the original edit, this scene that you've just seen now, reaching towards the house, took ages. It took about a minute of footage of just him walking because we was really trying to get across the kind of mundane lifestyle of Scott. But we had to trim it down to fit within our brief of 2 minutes. That was a reflection we made while editing. You can see the colours here as I pause. It's very dark. We filmed this in the day, but we want it to seem more evening time for continuity. This shot was done because my mum was actually in the background of it originally, so we had to splice things together to make things a lot less obvious to the viewer, and I think the cuts work really well. You see it cuts to the shot here of him behind the table. This is because the original shot, which was from more of this angle behind the character of Scott, there was actually bags in the frame, so we had to cut that out by changing the camera angle in the edit. But luckily we planned ahead and recorded lots of shots for this very reason. You'll see in this shot with the fire here, the actual fire itself, it's quite choppy. It is not nice to look at. This is actually because we did the wrong f-stop. It was set too low and it should have been to 50, so it looks very quite choppy. However, it's too late for that now. We can't go back and re-record it. All we did was trim it down so it's a lot less noticeable in the actual footage. So we can see him doing more mundane tasks. He's eating his food, he's brushing his teeth, and now we was going to do a transition scene, but again, due to time, we cut this out, and he's just in his pyjamas getting ready for bed, about to hop into bed. He turns the light off. You can see he's about to get into bed, and bam, text comes through. Story-wise, we was trying to have this be an old friend reach out to the character of Scott. A friend reaching out, seeing what he's doing over Christmas time. Spending time with a friend over Christmas is a good thing. And that's the original message we wanted, was messaging a friend over the Christmas time, checking if they're alright, seeing if they've got plans. And if they haven't got plans, invite them along, be kind. But yeah, on to what you can see now, this messaging bit. Originally, this was a whole text conversation that lasted 1:30. We've cut it down to, I think, about 2 seconds, just because there was lots of extra lore. We had this lore about the mum not speaking to Scott, it being a bad relationship with family, and that's why things went downhill. But the thing is, we're doing an advert, not a short film. We do not have the time to flesh out this character enough. We just need to do visual storytelling rather than audio or anything like that. So we just didn't have time to do it. We can see the I'll be there text. I think that was really well done. And this scene going into the Wrongan pub in Bexleyheath, we actually had to change the pub. Originally, we was going to film it in the Wrongan, but I emailed the head office of Wetherspoons, and of course they never got back to me. So instead, we filmed the interior scene indoors at a different pub at Belvedere, the Fox pub in Belvedere, because they're local, they're not a brand, so we got permission. Now, to be honest, skipping back, this guy with the cigarette in his mouth, we didn't get a consent form for him. He probably doesn't want to be in this advert, which I do apologise for, but it's out there now. You can see the scene where he goes into the Fox now, and I'd like to point out a detail. For this whole ad so far, I was very careful in the edit to make sure that the colours were blue. I set the temperature down about 30, 45 in every scene to make it very blue. It's a reflection of Scott's mind. You can see it in the advert. His mind, he is blue. He is sad. And this scene was originally supposed to have dialogue. There was supposed to be lots of talking, and that was going to be how we did it. But once again, due to time, we've had to cut that right down into just different scenes, showing a progression through the night. And I think we've done quite well with facial expressions and actions showing how the night's progressing. You can also see colour. Every shot, do you see that? This shot here, when I skip back, blue, yeah? Suddenly, it gets brighter and brighter and brighter. Now at Paul, warm. The colours have gone warm, and that's a reflection on the character of Scott, saying that he has grown, he has become a warmer, kinder person, and saying goodbye. He says goodbye to his new acquaintances, and then he goes off to shop at the Christmas shop. See, this shot here, the Christmas shop scene, it was actually filmed very, very last minute. So, unfortunately, we did not have our main camera person or mic person. So I had to get another friend from the college to help out. She recorded this scene just very quickly so that we'd have this for continuity. He goes in the Christmas shop, of course. He comes out, he starts decorating his home. The colour's very warm. He's getting in a Christmas spirit. And then you see the silhouettes of the 4 people he saw at the pub that day. He's got his friends. Bam. Cheers. JD Wetherspoons, bringing people together over the Christmas season. So that is kind of my brief overview, run through and just talking through it. I'm going to go in more detail about some bits. This is the bit about what I have contributed. So of course, for these scenes, the walking ones, I was the actor for it. I did ask for this shot specifically because I thought that walking shot was really nice, and this shot from across the road, which we're about to see here, this was my original vision for the shot. If you see in the script, was the original plan, was to have it diagonally facing in, so you felt a disconnect. But while making it, we realised that we wanted the viewer to feel close to Scott. We wanted the viewer to sympathise, empathise, and really feel his position, because our target audience is pretty much working class males. And of course the ad's for everyone, but we thought the brand Wetherspoons, what do you think about working class men? Cheap, cheerful food and drink. That's the brand we was promoting, and that's our demographic we was advertising to. We went, during this time, money is tight, people don't have much. What can bring people together? Friendship, you know? You can't afford a big day out, you can't afford to do tons. Go to the pub with your friends, spend time with friends. And we strayed away from that stereotype of family Christmas and showed friendship, because for some people, their friends are closer to them than their family. Their friends are their family. And we really wanted to get that across. So, fleshing up on this scene, this was an absolute pain to do. Because the thing is, our tripod did not go this high at the start scene when he's walking through. We had to lift the tripod above our heads with the camera to show he was going on and getting into bed, getting comfortable. And truth be told, it's a pain to film that way. The close-up was much easier because we just slap it on a tripod without needing to hold it up above our heads. But yeah, the Wetherspoons scene, we'd love to film inside of Wetherspoons. My original plan for this scene actually was to shorten it down. Every version of a time skip, we was going to get a camera stabilizer and spin it around Scott's head. So you see he's sitting down there. Imagine as if the camera spun round in 360 degrees, and once 180 degrees behind the head, cut, new scene, and then you can see that time has passed, things have changed, and now he's doing a completely different thing. That was the original goal, but it was not possible. I'm a bit devastated about it. I wish we could have done it, but I overall think this ad is solid. There are changes I would make, don't get me wrong. For example, the Christmas shop scene, I think it would be really nice if before he decorated his house, there was a scene of him looking around and going, this house empty, this is boring, what can I add? Some nice decorations to spice things up, make it look nice, make it look lovely, make it feel lived in. I'd also wish I could have done a Christmas dinner here rather than just a big cheers. But yeah, sadly, Christmas dinners are expensive and take hours to make, so I couldn't do that. But that was the original plan. I'm really happy with the editing. I did the fade to white. and I did some of the colour correcting, but most of it was actually done by Ellis in my group, which really helped out. So that is the end of my advertisement analysis. I've just gone over everything, and attached to this will be a bullet point list of everything I've gone through. So thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful day.